So for this episode, we're going to talk about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. The summary for this one is many years after the reign of Caesar, a young ape goes on a journey that will lead him to question everything he has been taught about the past and make choices that will define the future of apes and humans alike. So, what did you think?
I have a confession to make.
Okay.
I did not realize this was a sequel to an original.
Yeah, well, this is actually kind of a second trilogy to the first trilogy.
Yeah.
So the first trilogy was Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Then it was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And then it was War of the Planet of the Apes. So that was the original trilogy remake.
So I watched Planet of the Apes in 2001 with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, that is...
It has nothing to do with that one.
Yeah, that's a completely different one.
So I was...
That one is almost a remake of the original type of thing.
Yeah.
Where he kind of like goes in time. He's a pilot and he goes in time.
Yes, I watched the original from like a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
And then I watched the Mark Wahlberg one.
Yeah.
But this is the what's his name? Kevin Franco?
Oh, well, yes. The original, the remake of the original in Rise of the Planet of the Apes was James Franco.
James Franco. My bad. I mixed that name. So, yeah, when I was watching this, I was like, who the hell is Caesar?
Yeah. Well, in the original one, the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Caesar was one of the test monkeys.
Yeah.
Where James Franco, he worked at this company that was testing stuff on the apes. And James Franco kind of broke Caesar out, and they had this whole... James Franco was taking care of Caesar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes, I did not know that. So when I watched this, I was a bit confused. Not going to lie, though, if you haven't watched the first three, it's still a good standalone movie.
Yeah. Yeah, because
there's a lot of plot in there.
In the beginning, they kind of go through the history of the apes. So that you at least understand,
somewhat. It's dumbed down quite a bit. So like I'm like, you know what? Yeah. I feel like this movie was made for me because it was easier to It was easy to understand without knowing that I missed like 3 movies. Halfway in, I was like, oh, this is a sequel.
Yeah, I mean,
this is bad.
But being the first movie of a new trilogy. It's got to almost be able to stand alone and set up the next movie, which it does. It does set up the next movie.
I did not anticipate that ending, though.
That was a good ending.
And I was shocked, But alone, on its own, it's actually pretty good. Like, there was a good, there was a lot of action. There was a good plot there. This is actually something I'm going to end up going back and watching the older ones.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm going to rewatch this.
Oh, really?
And see if I understand more of the plot in the beginning. Because I was a little lost. But like near the end, like close to the middle, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what to really expect starting to watch this one. By the middle, it was pretty clear. Mm-hmm. But so you are going to watch the first 3?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's good. They're actually thinking of making another 3. Like after this trilogy, they want to make another trilogy, which would bring the total films up to 9.
So is it like this? But they're the last 3, without spoiling too much for me.
The last 3. What do you mean?
The last 3 movies.
Oh, the previous 3.
Was the previous 3. Yeah. Was there any returning actors or no? I'm assuming not.
Just like some of the apes, like Caesar.
Oh, but Caesar's not alive.
Not anymore.
Oh.
Which tells you what happened.
Oh, so something happened to him.
The previous trilogy.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Well,
but like
the last film of the previous trilogy was War of the Planet of the Apes. So it kind of tells you,
And I'm assuming that there's been some time from when the from what happened to the original film till now.
The first Rise?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rise basically shows you how Caesar became smart.
But it was like less than 100 years, or is it like within 100 years? Oh, you don't know. This is something that I'm intrigued. I'm gonna research more about.
If you go back to the first one, you'll start understanding a lot more. Well, not understanding a lot more, but you'll kind of see the history of it a lot.
So
more.
You watched all of them?
I've seen Rise and Dawn, War of the Planet of the Apes. I think I saw it, but I don't really remember everything that happens.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So no, I'm gonna watch the rest of them. But I liked this. It was a good one.
Yeah.
It was there was a lot of, again, if you didn't watch the originals, this stands on its own. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you've without spoiling anything, the humans are still around.
Yeah. They're still trying to fight for their That's pretty good.
And you kind of find out at the end what the humans are really up to.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see. Like, I'm assuming that in the second one, the humans are going to have a lot more
involvement.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Like, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, it was basically humans versus apes.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm curious to see if they're going to replicate that again.
Oh.
You know what I mean? The second one, humans versus apes.
Yeah.
Basically, these two can never get along.
No.
Right? So it'll be interesting to see if they do the same thing or if they try to do something different.
But the whole idea with this film, they were talking about how the elders, it was like the elders just didn't tell the whole truth. Like, they were trying to hide their history.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of, I guess it kind of mirrors real life. I mean, there's stuff in history that people don't talk about now, and then through the generations, things get lost, and that's the same thing in the movies.
Yeah, but like, if you don't know your history, the whole idea of like it repeats itself. So it's almost like it's going to be like yes, they're on top now, but like because no one's taking care of like what's happened before, then it's gonna slip.
Yeah,
and then shit's gonna go down again.
Mirrors real life again, because in real life, things happen in the past. People distort the truth.
Yeah.
Use it to their own gain. And then people forget history, so they repeat all the bad things that happened. Mm-hmm. We see that today, right?
Yep.
Like, it's amazing how they just kind of mirror real life.
Art imitates life.
It's true, because it makes it relatable. It makes it relevant almost.
Mm.
Yeah, but I can't wait for the next one. Not sure when it's gonna come out.
It looks like there's quite a bit of time between each movie too. So and I don't blame them. It must have taken so much time just with the CGI.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
Yeah, but this is definitely one we have to follow. And we'll go back, we'll watch the original 3, and then we'll do a video on what you think about the original 3.
Oh,
we'll kind of just recap the 3 movies in one video and just kind of bring it up to date.
Sure. I was gonna do it for fun, but okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
You're making me do homework now.
Yes, homework. Okay.